Every economic system, no matter how polished it looks, has an economy that runs in the shadows. Because when money stops working, people don't wait for permission to survive. They create their own rules, their own trade, their own economy. It needs no law, no bank, only need, trust, and a bit of gold. Here's the truth economists don't talk about. The black market is not capitalism's malfunction. It's capitalism without makeup, without filters, without decoration. Weimar, Germany, 1923.
The mark wasn't experiencing inflation. It was evaporating. A loaf of bread that cost 250 marks in January was 200 million marks by November. Money became so worthless that people burned it in stoves because coal was more expensive. Children used stacks of banknotes like Lego blocks. The government said it was temporary, but the public said, "We're trying to survive." No one saved marks anymore. Instead, they saved gold, silver, dollars, even cigarettes. A wedding ring could feed a family for a week. Paper money literally became wallpaper. When belief collapses, the black market rises. The same thing repeated across war-torn Europe. Governments rationed everything in the name of fairness, but scarcity doesn't care about fairness. In Paris, even coffee was contraband. Sugar was a luxury, and medicine was only for those with gold. In back rooms, soldiers and civilians traded. Uniforms for fuel, diamonds for bread. In the Warsaw Ghetto, people smuggled bread at the risk of death. The state called them criminals. The starving called them lifesavers. The second rule of collapse: laws and morality never fall at the same speed. During the Soviet era, everyone knew the fairy tale of planned economy, but everyone also had someone who could arrange things. Need a refrigerator, a few bottles of vodka, car parts, a carton of Marlboros, even blue jeans became currency. High-ranking officials secretly bought banned foreign goods, too. Communism didn't fall because it was poor. It fell because it pretended the black market didn't exist. Latin America's story was slightly different, but the result was the same. Argentina, 2001. Banks froze deposits, and people woke up broke. The unofficial blue dollar rate became the country's real heartbeat. People exchanged money in streets, salons, back shops. The official rate was a joke. Venezuela was even worse. Inflation exploded so much that people carried bags of cash to the store and still couldn't buy anything. So they turned to gold dust. Yes, they weighed gold on kitchen scales and traded it in plastic bags. The government banned it, then quietly used the same system itself. That's the unchanging irony of governments. The louder they condemn something, the more they rely on it. Black markets don't just move goods. They also hold up the collapsing pillars of the system. They feed armies, heal the sick, keep trucks running. Bureaucracy collapses, but the shadow economy keeps working. And gold is the battery that powers all of it. It doesn't depend on belief. It can't be frozen, censored, or erased. In Berlin, Beirut, or Beijing, it means the same thing: freedom. So how does a black market grow? It starts small. Someone trades cigarettes for sugar, someone else trades repairs for fuel, someone sells medicine for cash. These little exchanges form a network. Middlemen, smugglers, trusted contacts, and eventually, the illegal economy becomes the only functioning economy. But living in the shadows has a cost. Trust in the state breaks. After Weimar, Germans never again trusted inflation. After the Soviets, Russia turned into a mafia economy because people had learned that every law had a price. In Latin America, the honesty of a government is measured by the dollar rate on the street. The black market doesn't just reflect collapse, it shapes what comes after. And the Western world always says, it can't happen here. But it already has, just with better packaging. Canada froze bank accounts during protests. Europe is building a digital currency system and calling it transparency. Inflation was called temporary, but only for those whose wealth wasn't evaporating. Control is sold as convenience, surveillance as security, dependency as modernity, yet people adapt, as they always do. Before the system collapses, they build escape routes. Today's black market isn't in alleys, it's online. From Nigeria to Argentina, from Southeast Asia to the Middle East, people run their own economies with crypto, digital dollars, and encrypted groups. This isn't rebellion, it's adaptation. A quiet search for freedom. Governments scold citizens for illegal activity, yet they are quietly buying record amounts of gold. Because the black market saves citizens first, and elites later. Understanding the black market isn't understanding crime. It's understanding truth. It reveals the moment a state loses credibility. Because the government's economy measures control, the black market measures truth. And when those two lines cross, collapse isn't coming. It has already begun. So ask yourself, if tomorrow your money were frozen, if your salary lost half its value overnight, if your bank refused to give you cash, what would you trade with? That's your real economy. That's the world beneath the spreadsheet. And history's verdict never changes. Official money dies first. The black market follows. But gold remains.